Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Abhavya. Today I will be starting with a new project that is performing CRUD operations on MongoDB using the Node.js backend server. So let's start with the project without wasting any time. Yeah guys, starting with the project, the first step is creating the folder. So I will name it as a CRUD folder. Okay, just drag and drop on the Visual Studio to open the application. If you want to know how to install the Visual Studio, I have a video already there on YouTube. You can go and check out that. On Visual Studio, I will open the terminal and initialize it for a npm for a node project. So npm init is the command. It will ask you couple of questions. I want to keep the package name as CRUD version 1. Description, entry point I prefer to have as server.js. It doesn't matter much. And keywords, nothing. Author, I will name it as my name. Okay. And license, nothing. Yeah, yes, everything is created. So a couple of packages which I want to install for the project are, one is the Express, another for I will be needing NodeMon, so that I don't need to start and stop the server again and again. And in Mac, you also know there is a port killing option also there if you don't end the server properly. So I will install NodeMon, save it, NodeMon. Another package which I am having is for the storing the environment variables, that is .env. So npm i.env. So I will just check I have the .env. Okay, I forgot to get Express. So the basic things we have, I will create a server.js file in the root directory. Remember, it is the root directory of my application. And I will be giving the start command here. What should the run command do actually? So I want it to run using NodeMon when npm run dev is given. So I will give NodeMon server.js and save it. Just save it and just give the npm run dev command in your local and see it is starting. Okay, our server.js file is ready. So we will start importing the things we need. First is the Express. So type cons express. Okay, next thing is using the .env. So I just import it directly as .env config. You can use it, store it as const and then also use it, no issue. Now I will be creating a .env file. This is for storing environment variables, so that you don't use it directly in your files. I will be using port 8080 for the server. Go to the server.js file. First create a Express app. Creating an Express app. So we create it like this. Okay, now this app can be used to host your application on the server. So I will give app listen on the port 8080. So how to get that environment variable is process.env.port. Okay, save it. Now I want to check the server is running. We don't see any error here. Now I want to check whether the application is running fine or not. So on a route, route, I will be checking by giving some values. Now I want to check whether my application is running correctly or not. So I will write a simple API just to check it. So in order for the application to use the JSON, I will be using this express.json. Okay, and create an API, a get API. create a get API, request and response. Okay, what should it return? Res.send. I will be sending a JSON data message as hello Abhavya. Okay, okay, done. Let's check. So go to your browser. I will, the port is localhost 8080. I will just enter. It gives hello Abhavya and it is coming from the code. Let's check once again. I will make it as hi and refresh the page, and it comes as hi Abhavya. So our simple connection for the server is done. Our server is running and is also sending the response on the this route. Okay, now the next step is connecting to our Mongo. So for this purpose I will be following the official documentation. Okay, so always use the official documentation for any of the applications you are working on. So we also need Mongoose. So let's install it first of all. I will just open another and give this command. Okay, it was a $sign here. It will install Mongoose. Then what we have is connecting. So this is done. You can use Mongo Atlas. So if you go to Mongo Atlas, okay, you can go sign in and create your account here. I already have one account on this one, so I will not be creating the account. If you want me to show how this account is created and everything there, just post it in the comment section. I will create a separate video on how to create the MongoDB Atlas account. Meanwhile, I will be using my own account for the for this application. Those who want to use Compass, they can install it on their system. It is available for Mac and Windows, I think Linux as well. So I have installed Compass here using this one, MongoDB Compass download GUI, and you can choose your version, your type of Mac OS and everything. Mine was M1, so I chose this one and installed on my system. Okay, and from online also you can log in and just connect to our database here. So after clicking, when you create the cluster here, you will click on connect and you will be needing this Mongo string. Okay, I will be copying this, and again we will make use of the .env. I will store my DB URL here. Okay, this is my DB URL. I will be entering the password, which will remain a secret. So it is simple only, but still a secret. Now the next thing is doing all the connection. Let's go back to the official documentation once again. Okay, so one thing is using this for importing. Just copy and paste. And the one thing for connection we will be using is this string, mongoose.connect, and this, just let us copy it. Okay, I will be using it here, and this string is the one which I showed you all. So I will be using process.env.db URL for the connection. Let's save it. Let me check any error is there. Okay, it is connected right now, and just let me put it inside a if and else statement so that we know we are connected. If try and catch block. Okay, otherwise any error is there, then it will catch the error and give us the error. Not connected. comma e, and here also I can give a console log that it is connected successfully. Okay, so I'm getting the message is connected, that means this is working, our connection is done. So now next thing what comes here is, just let me show you, is creating a model. Some of the things we will be needing is creating a schema, creating a model, everything. So let's have some more folders here now. One will be controllers, we will be later on using it for all our functions. Another folder will be model, one I will create for the DB connection. Okay, so first of all let me move the connection to the DB connection. Let me create a new file here, mongo connection.js. okay, what things I will need here again is this mongo, copy it here, and this thing what I have in the server I will be moving it to a function. Okay, I will just control X and go to mongo function, write a function here, async to this one, and this had a wait in this one, save it. In order to export it I will be using mod.exports equals to the name of the function, save it. Now I will be importing that here, we don't need the mongos here right now, so I will just use const create connection equal to import it from the file db connection slash mongo connection.js, and I will be just using that function here. So I will call the function create connection and check. Yeah, it is still coming as connected, so it is working. Next step is creating the model. Now the next thing is creating a schema. So we will go to model, I will be creating a blog, so updating a blog, deleting a blog, or making any changes, adding new blogs, getting all the blogs. Okay, so I will create a new file as blog.js, and here what things we will need, we will again refer back to the original documentation, always look back on the original documentation. So this is the syntax to create the blog and create the schema, and this is the syntax to create the model. So first we will need to import mongoose again, save it here. Okay, next thing I want this schema to be used, and another thing is the model. Okay, so let me name this schema as blog schema. Okay, now what things my blog needs to have, I can have a name, I can have let me give it as a title, instead one subtitle also will do the work. Okay, and some body. Okay, now I will name it as a blog, Instead of having kitten here, I will have it blog here. Here will be the blog schema. Okay, and now I will export it. Module.exports is equal to blog, the model I'm exporting. Done. Just save it. Now we will be using it. Start the CRUD operations. First we will be creating one blog. So I will be writing this in the server file. Later on we will be separating it into different like controller file and all. So let me import the model first of all. Const log to require model slash blog.js. Okay, save it. And just one thing, earlier I wrote blog as a small b, but it was giving some error, so I made it as blog capital. It was working, but I was getting some mark here. Okay, so let me create one simple API again. This one is to create blog. Okay, this will be an async function. The request and response, start the curly braces. So first I will be getting the values of the title, subtitle and body by using destructuring. So we destructure like this: title, the next thing was subtitle, and third was body. You will get all these body things from request.body. You can get it separately also, like const title equals to request.body.title, const subtitle equals to request.body.subtitle, like this, but get it in one line. Why to write 3 lines for that? Okay, and now I am going to create the blog. So const blog, it will be an async function, so await. When you write the blog, okay, I will just use small b here, and this is the blog which we have imported. Okay, and you give a dot here, you will get all the operations which Mongo provide. Okay, we need the create one, so you will create, and it will be a JSON value again. So I just want title, subtitle, and third is what? Body. Okay, and after this operation is completed, I want the server to give a response. Okay, it is done, so I will be returning it with a reply. Okay, so res.send, I will use the JSON. Okay, blog, it will return with whatever it has updated. So in order to test the API, sorry, it is not a get request, I am using a post here. Okay, to add the values. So in order to test these APIs, I use Postman. So you can install it on your system. If you are not able to install it, just let me know in the comment section. I will help you to install that. Okay, so I have already this here. I will choose the post method, give http localhost dat, it is create blog, and I will choose the body, and it was JSON body raw, raw, and then JSON. Okay, I have these values here. Okay, the title, subtitle, body you will be writing in quotes, and the values what you want you will be writing in quotes, and then hit on send. So it got updated. Now we are going to check, okay, that whether on Mongo we are having these values or not. So you can open your DB. I have it open. I will just refresh it. Okay, I have the blogs created here. In the blog, if I see one more operation. Let's insert another value here. I will just give simple like 2 and 2 and just give a send here. Okay, now let us check the Mongo here. Do they have a refresh option? No refresh is there. Okay, I will just refresh it from here. Okay, in the blogs area we see the 2, so it is inserting. Now the next thing is I will be moving this code into separate controller. Okay, so what you need to do is just copy your code from async till here. Okay, just copy it, go to the controller, crud.js. what I will be doing, const create blog, okay, equal to, just paste it, done. And what I will be needing is you also see that this is not highlighted now because it is not being used. We need it in the controllers file. So the CRUD file, I will go there and paste it. Okay, now I will be exporting this function. Exports equal to, I will be writing a number of functions here, that's why I am using curly brackets. So my function is create blog. Save it and now import it here, const. Okay, I will be importing it as a CRUD. Okay, then use that to get all the functions. Require dot slash controller slash CRUD. Okay, there. And here what you need to use is CRUD dot create blog. It will do the same work. So let's test it once again. What is the error in the blog area? Okay, blog. Is this the error? Okay, the import was incorrect. Okay, yeah, the server is running, it is showing as connected. Because I pasted that now, it will be 2 folder behind because of the folder structure. So let me test with another option. I will give it as 3 and 3 and 3 and do a send. Working. Let's check the operations worked or not. Okay, there should be a refresh button somewhere. Okay, I will refresh the page. Yeah, so we also see the 3 values here. Now creating is done. Now next function we can write is to get all these on the response area. Okay, so let me write another function here. It is similar, const get blog. I will write. Okay, and it is async request and response. Everything is same, you can just copy paste everything also, but this is using the ID. Okay, the ID is this one. Okay, I will be using this ID to get these values, so I will be providing it in the URL. So let me first show you the URL, how it will be. It will be, let me first get all the blogs first, then we can work on getting the blog according to the ID. So let me write get blog just here. We'll also get blogs. Okay, and here also I will write get blogs first, export the get blogs, save it here also in the server.js file, CRUD file. Okay, now I want all the blogs here. So same way, const blogs I can write equal to await blog dot find function is to get all. Okay, so now I will give the response as res dot let's test it, get blogs. I'm getting all the values, all three. Now the next step is getting the blog with the ID. Okay, so similarly first step is to create the route, and this will be something like this. From the params I am getting this ID value. Okay, I will just make it clear, get blog by ID. Okay, and here also I will just copy paste, everything will remain almost. Okay, let me write it only so that you know step by step. Get blog by ID equals to, it will be again async function, request and response is there. Okay, now I will be storing that ID. So const blog ID equals to request dot params dot ID. This will have that ID value. Now I will be searching, find using that ID. Okay, so it is const blog again await blog dot find. You will get, say, find by ID is here, and in this one you will be passing the ID value simply. So it is blog ID, and now I will in the response dot JSON I will pass that value, blog is equal is blog. Okay, saved here. Okay, requires a callback. I have not exported get blog by ID. Yeah, connected again. Small things only make things fail. Okay, so now I want to search for this ID. It is get, I can write a get function here. I will make these also as get. Okay, I just forgot. Okay, now I will just paste the ID and send. I am getting that ID, you see, this one had the same ID. So getting by ID is also working. Now it is, we can work on updating using the ID. Okay, so another I will write, for updating you use put, for deleting you use delete. So I will use something as app dot put update blog by ID. Okay, and again in the params we will be providing the ID from the URL it is actually taken, and then again CRUD dot, it is this function. Okay, and now it will fail until I create the blog here. Const this is equal to again async function. Okay, request response, same thing again, getting the id, const blog id I will get from the params. Okay, request dot params dot id, but I also need the values from the request. Okay, so again array destructuring this thing, I can just copy whatever value I have. Okay, now what I will be doing is const updated blog I will use equals to await blog dot update blog by id. So first thing what you will be providing is the blog id. Okay, and then we can provide all the title, subtitle and body. So title, subtitle, body. Okay, everything done. We can also use find by id here, and id and update I will be using. And one mistake what I have done here is blog id will not be present here, it is present outside here. You can also mention this as like this to avoid any confusion. Okay, and this as this. Okay, now response, I guess it will return the previous response. Okay, whatever, it will not give you the updated blog response. Okay, but let's try. Okay, let me save it. Everything is okay here. It is on put connected. Let's make it as put, and I want to update this, and I will make it as updated. Okay, let me send the response. Some error is there. Okay, I missed the, see, one error is whenever it comes as cannot put this kind of error. Okay, it was always that you have mentioned forgotten a slash here. Okay, get blogs, I have not changed the URL, sorry, it is updated. As I said, it is always the problem of the URL whenever you get that put kind of error. Okay, so here we see it is returning the previous value. So what I will do, I will again do a search for this one, find by id. Okay, so let me do the search again. Okay, const new blog or edited blog, I will say edited blog is equal to same thing, I can copy. Okay, and here I will make it as edited blog, save it. Okay, connected, and now if I do updated to and send, I am getting the updated value. Let's check on MongoDB whether it has updated or not. Okay, let me, there should be a refresh option here. Every time I need to refresh the page. Sometime it comes, sometime it doesn't come. Here it was. Okay, so what I updated was updated to. It is updated on MongoDB as well. Now the last operation what I am going to do is the delete one. Okay, so same delete by ID, it is there. So let me first create the route, and the route the instead of put you will be using delete here, and here I will make it delete block by ID. Delete block by ID, it will be the same function here. Okay, and here also let me write it here, const delete by ID equal to async function request and response. Okay, again I will get the block ID from the params. So request dot body params done, sorry, params dot id dot id, I got it, and it is simple, const deleted block equals to same await block. You will get a list of operations here. Delete by block by ID is there. Okay, what else for delete we have? Find one and remove is there. Delete many, delete one, delete block. Find by ID and delete we will use, because it is specifying that it will be deleting, finding by that ID and then deleting. So also delete by ID I have tried earlier, it was not working, so I am stating it here only. So I will be providing the block ID which I want to delete, done, and then send a response of what I deleted. Okay, so block deleted block by ID, deleted block is only there. Okay, done here, done here. Now let's choose the delete. Delete by ID is there, delete block by ID is there. I will just update it, and I want to delete this one. Let's check. Okay, now let me go and check on MongoDB. I will do refresh. Now only 2 are there. Okay, if you want me to delete this one also, I will go and delete and show you. Okay, I will do, it has deleted, and let me refresh the data. Okay, that one is gone. So these were the basic CRUD operations. If any other operation you want me to specifically show, just let me know in the comment section and I will make a video on that. And please follow and subscribe my channel for more such videos. Thank you.